The coaches are doing a fantastic job. I'm sitting here answering questions, but there's a lot of work going around on behind the scenes. That's what Michael Carrick said, and I'll be honest, that line might be the most important thing he said all season. Because Man United beat Man City and then followed it up against Arsenal. What did everyone talk about? Carrick's calmness, Ineos, United DNA, mentality, all fair, but Carrick himself basically told us, look deeper. This isn't just a manager bounce, this isn't vibes, this isn't emotion carrying a team for two big nights. This is coaching, and today we're breaking down the real reason United's form has surged, the men behind Carrick, and because what's happening right now at Old Trafford looks rehearsed, it looks drilled, and it looks structured, and that starts with one name. Let's start with Steve Holland. If you watched United recently and thought we look compact, and that's not accidental. Out of possession, the shape is narrow, the distances between midfield and defense are tight, the press isn't chaotic and it's triggered, and the players aren't flying out randomly out of possession. And they're stepping in coordinated waves, and that's structural coaching. Holland was the tactical right-hand man to Gareth Southgate with England national football team, and he worked under Jose Mourinho at Chelsea and was part of Antonio Conte's title-winning structure. And those teams had one thing in common: organisation. Against City, United were compact and denied central access. Against Arsenal, the space between the lines basically disappeared. At the Emirates, Arsenal were restricted to just 0.39 XT from open play. And that is not chaos football, that is blueprint football. You can literally see the spacing patterns, the narrow mid-block, a 5-man attacking line when building, quick switches to isolate wide space, and overloads in central zones. It looks like a team that's been told exactly where to stand, where to jump, and when to wait. Carrick brings connection, Holland brings elite structure, and that pairing, that removes the inexperience argument immediately. Now let's talk about Jonathan Woodgate. When he joined, there wasn't exactly a parade outside Old Trafford, and some fans questioned it. Even pundits like Roy Keane raised eyebrows about the backroom setup. But look at the defense now. It's calmer, it's tighter, it's more deliberate, and reports suggest Woodgate has been running focused aerial sessions with Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez, working on timing, aggression, body shape in duels. And against Erling Haaland, United didn't look panicked, and that doesn't happen without repetition on the training ground. And then there's a small detail that tells you everything about Woodgate's mentality. When he arrived, he started speaking Spanish in training. That mentality is actually that immediately built credibility with players like Casemiro and Diego Dalot. Communication clarity speeds up tactical adoption, and Dalot mentioned Woodgate offering sharp positional corrections in week 1. There's authority through detail, and this isn't motivational shouting. This is body orientation, dual timing, recovery angles, and line coordination. The backline looks coached because it is coached. Now we move on to where it gets really interesting, because it's not just about the starting 11, it's about the next wave. Jonny Evans has been taking Aiden Heaven and Lenny Euro aside after training sessions at Carrington. Extra work with basics, positioning, scanning, and defensive angles. Evans made 241 appearances for Man United over his 2 spells. That's institutional knowledge. When he pulls a young centre-back aside and corrects their spacing between drills, that matters. He's also overseeing set pieces, and that's huge. Set piece coaching is structure, choreography, and aggression timing. If United look more composed defending corners and second balls, it's not luck, it's design. And then we've got Travis Binnion, the bridge between the academy and the first team. He's been working closely with Benjamin Sesko on extra finishing drills, short contacts, quick decisions inside the box, and simulating Premier League pressure. Sesko is averaging a goal every 55 minutes on 2026, and that doesn't happen by accident. Binnion has also been seen with his arm around Joshua Zirkzee during warm-ups, and that's man management, that's confidence reinforcement. And so while Holland sets the macro structure and Woodgate drills defensive mechanics, Evans sharpens positional IQ, and Binnion manages the emotional temperature of the squad, and that's a balanced staff. Here's the bottom line. When United beat City and Arsenal, the narrative was passion, heritage, DNA. But passion doesn't reduce expected goals. DNA doesn't organize pressing triggers. Coaching does. And while a lot of people may say that it's a new manager bounce that Carrick is experiencing, there's more to it. Carrick said it himself. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. What we're seeing now is narrow defensive corridors, controlled transitions, structured attacking lanes, improved set piece organization, and youth development embedded into the first team rhythm. That's not temporary emotional spike, it's system building. And Carrick deserves credit, absolutely, but his coaching spine of Holland, Woodgate, Evans, and Binnion has raised the tactical floor of this team. And here's the real question: if this form continues and United secure Champions League football, do you break the structure apart? Or has Carrick quietly built something sustainable? Because right now, this doesn't look like nostalgia, it looks like competence. And at Man United, that might be the biggest upgrade of all.